Hell yeah. Hey, keep going for Brent, everyone. Give it up for him. Yes, this is cool. This is nice. I've never performed comedy in front of so many toys. I feel like a child. Tell knock-knock jokes, but that's not what I'm going to do, because I talk about very serious, hard-hitting issues. Here's a serious one. Men should not be doing the low ponytail. Serious stuff. So, look, I know, I'm rocking a man bun right now. Just as upset about it as you are. But look at this profile here. This isn't great. But it's not like harming anybody. But just watch what happens. Come with me on this journey as we make the transition into the full low ponytail. Oh God. That's atrocious, folks. No one's looking at this and being like, ooh, yeah. We're gonna take that guy home, cook him a lobster dinner, and give him the ride of his life. So women see this and they're like, that guy's definitely gonna talk too much about external hard drives. He's gonna give me a whole speech about how buying an Apple laptop was a mistake. Because though it's a sleek machine on the outside, its insides are not easily manipulated like a fragile woman. There's a lot of incel vibes in this ponytail is what I'm saying. There's a lot, I'm not getting laid, it's your fault. Happening here. So we'll just get rid of that, and now we can start the show and have some fun. You having fun yet? Are we good? Yeah. Good, nice. Does anyone here have a job? It's a tepid response. That's Portland for you. That's the city that works. Yeah, sure. This is a town that seems like it's run on GoFundMe and OnlyFans accounts, and that's cool. The city that works, yeah, because everyone in this town's unemployed. That's good. I have a job. I work in homeless services, so getting people connected with housing and such, and yeah, sometimes people, when I tell them that, they'll go like, oh, Michael, you're doing the Lord's work. And I'm like, I'm just tired of looking at him out there, you know? Get off my lawn, get into an apartment, let me help. But here's what I think. I think that I blend perfectly in with the homeless population. One time I was with a client and he was like, oh, hey man, you look hungry. Do you want half this sandwich? And I was like, Frank, I brought this to you. Like, oh, right, dude, sorry. But here's what I think, though. If I am doing the Lord's work, I think it's time for the Lord to clock on and work a shift, man. Doing the Lord's work for like 8 years now. I haven't seen that guy work at all. Turns out he's also part of the Great Resignation. He's just like, can I keep working from home? I don't know, but I'm always asking my boss, like, how can I get to the position of social work where I can also go on vacation for thousands of years and still demand a paycheck every Sunday? That'd be nice. People say the Lord works in mysterious ways, which that sounds cool, but have you ever tried that at the unemployment office? Just, hey, look, man, I apply for work in mysterious ways. Where's my cut of that basket? That's a Social Security joke. That's a little deep cut right there. It's a little too much on the social work side. I don't know. I get into weird situations at work. Like one time I was doing intake paperwork with this guy under a bridge, because that's safe, right? Doing like treatment authorizations and releases of information. And halfway through, he just stops me. He goes, "Whoa, hey, dude, that quarter ounce of mushrooms I ate before this just kicked in." And for those of you who don't know, a quarter ounce, too much. You're not gonna see God, you're gonna get spanked by God. Share it with the class. But I was like, dude, we got like another hour on this paperwork, so strap in for a wild ride, buddy. But that's not the craziest thing that I've done at work. The weirdest thing, and it sounds kind of mundane, is go gather demographic information from homeless people. It's this thing called the point-in-time count. The county gets like social workers to go out, figure out how many people are actually living outside at a given time so that we can track like funding and all that. And I can see by your bored faces that you're just like, that is not interesting. This is a comedy show, Michael. How is that hilarious? And what it is, though, is it's me and my team pulling up to homeless encampments in an unmarked white van. And then all of us just popping out holding clipboards. And then walking up to people, many of whom have paranoid schizophrenia. And just be like, hey, stranger. Mind giving me a bunch of your personal information? Nobody need to get paranoid. It's for the government. So that's the Lord's work, folks. That's what I'm doing out there. Here's another question. Let's get to know each other. Do you all like sex? All right. I really split the room there, didn't it? I was half the house just rocked up and ready to go, and the other half scattered in there. Very nervous lovers. That's fine. We don't judge in Portland any sexuality, even if it's just hey, no thanks. I'll admit I'm a fan of the intercourse. My only issue is all the time, all my life that I've spent in the bone zone, I've only ever been able to muster up one line. And that line goes, and that's part of it. It always starts with It goes, do you like how it goes in and out? That's it. The last girl I said that to pointed out, like, Michael, that's just what sex is. And the worst part is I always say it just like I said it back there. You know, like a robot impersonating a sexually active human. Just, do you like how it goes in and out? That's not greasing any kitties. That's... Like, even Siri does a better job than that, right? Because she'll, like, throw your name on at the end to make you feel special. Sometimes I'll test it out, like, hey, Siri, talk dirty to me. And she'll go, do you like how it goes in and out, Michael? Siri, you fucking dirty girl. Yeah, I get turned on by my phone. No one else? Oh, all right, room full of desktop porn watchers. I see. Old school. I like it. I like it. Communication can be tough everywhere, right? Does anyone here struggle with communication at times? Less people don't like sex. Okay, that makes sense. You gotta communicate to fuck. That's usually a requirement. I don't know. I have a hard time sometimes. I'd like to share a story of a communication breakdown I had recently. Is that cool? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I like to ask for consent before doing clean material. That's kind of my thing. No, but it takes a little context, so just come with me here. The first thing you need to know is I've got a good friend that has a pet squirrel. Portland, okay. I present a pet that shouldn't be a pet, and you all look at me just like, please continue. It's a room full of ferret people, isn't it? No, but he's got a pet squirrel. The squirrel lost its family, so he brought him into its home, nursed him back to health. And that squirrel's name is Norman, which I think is a great name for a squirrel. And then, are we all familiar with the late comedian Norm Macdonald? Yeah, don't get too excited. He's not showing up tonight. Spoiler alert, he's dead. But the way that I found out that Norm Macdonald died is I was driving to work and I got a text message from my girlfriend, and that text message simply read, Norm died. This is so sad. And I thought she was talking about the squirrel. So I wrote back, oh man, how'd he die? He seemed so young and healthy. To which she replied, well, I guess he had cancer for a really long time, but didn't want anyone to know. And my thought was, oh, we're doing a bit here. Okay. Play along with this. So I replied back, oh, that's probably why his whole family abandoned him. To which she replied, okay. Well, the media is reporting that his longtime production assistant has told them that he had a long secret battle with cancer that he kept from the public because he didn't want it to impact his image. What a true artist. It's the time that it should like click in my brain. Maybe we're not talking about a woodland rodent here. maybe there's another norm that holds more value and more gravity in a loss. But no, that's not what my brain did. My brain said, "God, she is really digging into this bit, huh? Okay, all right. I can keep playing along." So I sent a text back that just said, "Wow, that's nuts." Solid squirrel pun. Solid squirrel pun. I was walking into work just being like, I won this bit. Fucking won this one. She's not saying anything back because that's nuts beats cancer any day. Until I opened my browser window and all the headlines were just, beloved comedian Norm Macdonald dies after long secret battle with cancer. And my first thought was, I better tell my girlfriend she loves Norm Macdonald. So I pulled out my phone and sent a text message that simply read, Norm died. This is so sad. And as I was looking at it, I was like, I believe I've read this before. I scrolled up, I was like, there it is. That's how this whole conversation started. I'm the idiot here, aren't I? But before I could say anything back, then I got a text from her that just said, oh my God, Dan's squirrel died too? I was just like, baby, we got to work on our communication. Okay? Hey, folks, you've been so much fun. Thank you for coming out. Enjoy the rest of the show.